Hey, what's up? I already know what I'm doing on Valentine's Day, but I don't have any gifts. I don't know anything about some gifts, so I'm gonna watch this and I'm gonna see if I like any of it. And I don't know, maybe, I don't know. How would I know? I don't know. But what I'm doing though, going to a state botanical garden and doing painting and drinking wine. No, I have no clue how to paint anything at all, but I think that's what the wine is for. Let's go.
If you don't know what to get for that special someone, I don't know why I winked. Don't worry, we've got a gift for every kind of friend with benefits. So let's check it out. It may be tiny, but it's still fun to play with. At least that's what my girlfriend tells me. And that's why the RG Nano Retro handheld console fits perfectly with the other average size tools in your pants. And while it may look pretty uncomfortable to actually play, as it's the size of like an AirPods case, they've somehow managed to still fit a D-pad, 4 buttons, and even shoulder buttons up top too, giving you the option to play games as old as Game Boy up to PS1 quality as well. So with all that power tucked inside a metal body,
That's
it
kinda cool.
surprisingly doesn't feel like a toy whatsoever. Instead, it's like holding any premium tech gadget without the high price tag. At about $60, you can load thousands of games that you obviously already own the physical copies to yourself and play them on the go whenever you want. Plus, if you couldn't beat that level 20 years ago, you probably still can't today. Thankfully, it can handle rage quitting, and sure, your phone can probably do the same thing and not require you to squint the whole time, but who else will confidently be able to say they've got the funnest tiny toy in their pants? Look, we literally live by do it for the views. And when I thought of this shot to show off how small the Opal Tadpole webcam really is, I didn't think it also end up tasting so good. However, if you haven't guessed already, this is one of the lightest, most portable, and good-looking cameras you
That's
simply
not
plug
bad.
and play. Not only that, with its directional microphone, it only picks up what's in front of the camera and not what's happening behind it, so you don't have to feel the secondhand embarrassment of your team's attempt at carpool karaoke. Plus, look at the detail on this thing. And if you were born in the late 1900s, it's basically an iPod Shuffle with a pretty sturdy clip built around back, which offers you plenty of options to show yourself off to the world or just that Monday morning team meeting. But essentially, it's a webcam dedicated for laptops because, let's be real, most of them kind of suck. This is an example of the Tadpole video quality you can see up close.
That is really not
It
bad.
blurs out the background. Better yet, the USB plug doubles as an instant mute button, which you and I both know is for the better when we see Steve join the call. Other than that, it's dead simple. With a light that turns red when you do mute yourself, the directional microphone on the opposite side, and a fairly large eyeball in the middle, its tiny size and plug-and-play setup means you can use this anywhere, whether
That mute button seems like a bad idea. I wouldn't want to be hitting something that's plugged into the, anything. It's like the weak spot. Don't wiggle stuff where it plugs into stuff. It's science.
you're out and about, or even during emergencies. With my favorite feature definitely being able to avoid everyone hearing my mukbang on our next clan call during lunch. The clip is strong enough to pass my scientific shake and poke test without falling off, and the cable is braided so you don't have to worry about it. Perfect when combined with the lens cover because you'll want to take this with you, as it barely takes up any room but offers way more value than any other accessory in your bag. Opal has lowered the pricing, making this accessible to any workaholic. Plus, you can save an additional 15% off with my code ACCESSORIZE, which makes this one of the cheapest cameras out there. Maybe we should shoot the rest of the video with this. Straight up, if he's stinky, this is a no-brainer. It's cologne, and one you'll want to carry around simply for how cool the box is. Made of metal all around, it's engraved with some Asian pirate designs, plus the matte red is a total vibe check. From Lucky Cat Collective and utilizing magnets because why the heck not? It's a bomb fragrance, so no liquids to spill or waste by spraying way too much. You simply rub a dub and this lasts for several hours with a whole case rated to last 3 to 4 months as well. The case itself is my favorite though, as there's something about holding a chunk of metal that's machined perfectly. Combine that with magnets to double as a free fidget toy too. My favorite going to the gunmetal metal finish with the Lucky Cat design. It's subtle, cute, yet can totally feel like a solid tool in the hand. There are a ton of flavors to choose from as well, but the best part, the sauce itself is held in with magnets too, making it a super simple product that you don't need to maintain or clean too often, and
That's
just
my
toss
favorite
into
so
your
far.
pocket knowing that you
Absolutely.
can smell amazing at a moment's notice. Better yet, these metal boxes pair perfectly to several styles: blackout, silver, lucky red, and gold fortune too. The magnets do keep everything locked into place, passing my scientific shake test while still easily spinning to get instant access. Plus, this may be the only cologne where you can do this and not have to worry about spilling your expensive bottle of liquid. Instead, you can continue fidgeting, and it may just be the one EDC item that you'll need to collect them all. Buying jewelry for anyone is hard, but when they find out it can also do this, well, you'll thank me later for how strong his fingers become. The Project Ratchet ring is first and foremost a ring, but also a fidget toy. And that's the beauty of it, because when worn alone, it honestly looks and feels like a solid, sleek, and simple piece of jewelry. With several
Also,
designs to choose from nowadays,
pretty
I've
cool.
got the matte and polish finish here in the black colorway, which honestly, sporting both isn't as far-fetched as it seems. Plus, it's double the satisfaction. They've somehow managed to hide the fidgety ratchet mechanism inside this elegant design, so no screws, notches, or pointy bits to ruin the vibe. Just a ring that you
looks a
slide
little too
on
thick,
with
though.
any outfit and easily matches your other blackout accessories on you as well, making it one of the most convenient fidget toys that allows you to feel every turn without being super loud and annoying everyone around you. Perfect for the anxious folks or overthinkers. Plus, you'll never have to take it off, even while showering. But when you do, it makes for a great desk ornament too. This is specifically for the ones who don't own one already, because a good blade makes for a surprisingly useful tool outside of just cutting down boxes. And the Civivi Elementum series is a great starter Pokemon that offers plenty of customization, as well as just being a tool you can trust to work. There's even different blade types, like the Warncliffe here offering a straight edge for precise cuts if they're into arts and crafts, but you've got the standard looking one too if they like them curvy as well. The handles themselves are a whole game in itself, with Civivi themselves offering a whole range of color combinations, but they're so popular that third-party options like Flytanium have designed even cooler materials and designs to customize it with. Plus, that's also just half the fun. It's like Legos for tools, and also a great habit to clean them out once in a while
cool.
as well. Now, the
Gotta say.
Flytanium full blackout titanium scales are my all-time favorite, but the point is, you can get pretty creative with how you want yours to look too. So rest assured, even if you buy them the wrong color, they'll probably end up buying the right design once they find out what's possible. Except this one, because it's super exclusive and probably my all-time favorite right out of the box. Come on, how friendly does this look?
I actually thought these gifts were gonna suck, but these are none of them are trash.
Basically, if they currently own and carry a blade, trust me, they're already addicted. So you can't go wrong with buying them another. If there's one universal item in all men's wardrobes, it's a blank cap. And while he may already own one, caps are the one item you can never have enough of. Plus, I can guarantee his caps don't do this. Magnets. Am I right? This is the Alpaca Elements cap utilizing fidlock clips, which basically means they're super addictive to play with, but also stay locked in place when you want it to, like through my scientific shake test. And once adjusted for my giant head, you can see how it fits seamlessly around my egg-shaped noggin, leaving a clean look and mimicking what TV show cops look like while undercover. That's all thanks to this waterproof material, which keeps your head warm in the winter while also keeping it cool in the summer. And if you ask me how, I couldn't explain that to you, except by showing you my experience as a head sweater all my life, wearing this hat for the last 3 years almost every single day, and I still love it. It barely has any wear and tear, but could definitely use a wash, considering all the rain and snow that it's been keeping dry off my head these past few years.
No
Plus,
shit.
when my forehead did start crying too much, removing and clipping the cap onto my belt, bag, or any strap for that matter was a breeze. You honestly couldn't ask for a sleeker design, especially with a tiny flag around back being the only branding, which you'll want as a reminder when others ask you where you got such a cool and crispy shirt for your head. For all the collectors, gamers, or just a nerd like myself, 8BitDo has combined nostalgia with a pretty decent functioning keyboard that may or may not annoy everyone else around you. This is the end version, meant to mimic the retro designs of Nintendo, and I gotta say, they came pretty close without entertaining a lawsuit. There's just something about physical buttons, dials, and knobs that distinctly remind you of the good old days. They utilize these custom keycap designs with white switches that are pretty loud, but oh so satisfying to type on. Then there's audio jack galore, and while these aren't for headphones, they connect this giant controller. Two knockers that you can play with all day and won't be annoyed at you for it. Great to program shortcuts for that extra productivity boost, but it will probably just distract you more than help you. With the ability to map any key combo to it, combined with the included stickers, this may just be the best thing to ever happen in keyboards. It connects wireless with Bluetooth, with rubber feet for the added stability, and a surprisingly durable plastic shell, sort of like the actual consoles of the 90s. And yeah, it does come in a family edition too. If you know, you know. Now, if he doesn't like tech, being active, or care for his own style, the Nike Calm Mules are basically the cool version of Crocs he can wear outside without being flamed too hard. Yes, it's basically a copy of the real deal, but toss a Nike logo onto anything and it's instantly hype worthy. Thankfully, it's actually comfortable too. Plenty of padding on the top with a stiff sole on the bottom for much needed grip. These slide on easily, with adjustable seat belts wrapping around back when you decide to go sport mode. However, in the end, if all they want to be is comfortable in life, well, you may never see his feet again. There's slight arch support within the shoe, ventilation so you and your feet can still breathe, all while being sleek enough that you still have that dad vibe, especially considering you can remove the strap and go pure slides. Perfect, as you can now instantly have access to a self-defense tool at all times. Seriously, in use, while its thickness can only be matched by the operator himself, they're surprisingly lightweight and fitted. However, the only reason you wouldn't get this is if they're Asian, because he probably already owns an even better pair.
That's so true.
So let me know in the comments what theme you'd like us to curate next, but that's it. I rest my best Valentine's gifts.
Those were actually, I gotta say, every single one is cool. They're all, depend, like, the little handheld game. Yes, your phone can do it, but you don't have to waste your phone battery, and you don't really have to worry about breaking your phone if you're dropping a little game thing. Knives are always good. The keyboard one, the keyboard's cool, but it's a little, you gotta know your person. Because is it really the type of person who will swap out their keyboard and use it? Like, I got my favorite little LED keyboard here. When I was trying to learn Korean, it's got the Korean characters on the keyboard underneath. Yeah, you could get stickers and put them on your keyboard if you're trying to learn Korean, but I like these. I didn't get too far, at least not with the typing part. It's tough because there's a whole system. If you ever try to do Korean on a computer when you're not a native Korean speaker, the Hangul, man. Reading it, pretty cool. Trying to speak it, kind of cool. Trying to type it, nightmare. Yeah, that doesn't have anything to do with anything. Except the keyboard, which we already covered. Happy Valentine's Day in like a week. Or last week, whenever you're watching this.